Welcome to Yanqing Node News, a global AI news roundup. March 6, 2026. Today's important news includes OpenAI launches GPT 5.4 model. SoftBank seeks $40 billion OpenAI stake loan. U.S. military uses AI in Iran. Science Corp raises $230 million for blindness. Apple blocks ByteDance apps in U.S. Now, let's start the main text. 1. OpenAI has officially launched GPT 5.4. Featuring native computer use capabilities and a massive 1 million token context window. This new model is specifically optimized for complex professional tasks such as financial modeling, data analysis, and document creation. It significantly reduces hallucination rates while achieving performance levels that exceed human baselines in desktop operation benchmarks. 2. OpenAI released a new suite of financial services tools alongside GPT 5.4 to directly compete with Anthropic's industry-specific offerings. These tools include a ChatGPT for Excel plugin that allows users to create and analyze complex financial models using natural language. The system integrates deep data from providers like FactSet and Moody's to support end-to-end workflows in investment banking and asset management. 3. Meta has hired the engineering team behind Gizmo, a popular vibe coding app that allows users to generate interactive mini-games via simple text prompts. The team will join Meta's superintelligence labs to focus on advancing generative interactive content for social platforms like Instagram and Facebook. This move highlights Meta's aggressive strategy to acquire top AI talent and pioneer next-generation social engagement tools. 4. SoftBank is negotiating a record $40 billion bridge loan to further increase its significant stake in OpenAI. As OpenAI's second-largest shareholder with an 11% stake, SoftBank is aggressively building an orbital ecosystem around the AI giant. While this leverage bet positions Masayoshi Son as a dominant force in AI, it also increases SoftBank's vulnerability to market bubbles and high interest rates. 5. Oracle and OpenAI have terminated plans to expand a flagship data center in Texas following prolonged disagreements over funding and shifting power requirements. While existing server deployments will remain, the cancellation of this 1 gigawatt expansion reflects the logistical and financial bottlenecks facing massive AI infrastructure projects. Meta is reportedly in talks to take over the site for its own AI training clusters, assisted by NVIDIA's mediation. 6. The U.S. military is extensively using AI tools like Palantir's Maven and Anthropic's Claude to accelerate targeting operations against Iranian-linked groups. These systems process massive amounts of sensor data to identify points of interest, though human commanders still make all final strike decisions. The reliance on these black box systems has sparked intense ethical debates regarding civilian casualties and the blurring lines between algorithmic recommendations and lethal action. 7. European startup Lio raised $30 million in a Series A round led by A16Z to automate enterprise procurement using specialized AI agents. Their platform takes over complex workflows, including supplier sourcing and contract negotiation, without requiring companies to replace their existing ERP systems. The company's agent-first approach has already helped global manufacturers automate up to 75% of their outsourced purchasing tasks. 8. Braintech startup Science Corp secured $230 million to advance its Primo retinal implant, which aims to restore sight to the blind. Clinical trials have shown a major milestone. Approximately 80% of patients with severe vision loss regain the ability to fluently read letters and words. This funding positions Science Corp as the second most valuable brain-computer interface company globally, trailing only Elon Musk's Neuralink. 9. Sage raised $65 million to expand its AI-driven care platform designed to protect and monitor aging Americans in senior living facilities. The system uses room sensors and predictive AI to identify health risks like falls or infections days before they become emergencies. By significantly reducing response times and hospitalizations, the platform helps nursing homes address severe staffing shortages while improving resident safety. 10. Netflix acquired Interpositive, an AI filmmaking startup founded by Ben Affleck, and appointed the Oscar-winning director as a senior advisor. Unlike video generation tools, Interpositive uses AI to enhance post-production tasks like color grading and background replacement based on actual film footage. This acquisition signals Netflix's shift toward owning proprietary production technology to empower creators rather than replacing them with synthetic content. 11. Apple has implemented geographic blocks to prevent U.S. users from downloading or updating ByteDance Chinese apps, including CapCut and Lemonade. This technical move follows the recent TikTok divestiture deal and complies with the Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act. While existing installations still function, users can no longer retrieve these apps through the U.S. App Store, even when using legitimate international accounts. 12. MIT researchers introduced attention matching, a KV cache compaction technique that reduces LLM memory usage by up to 50 times. This breakthrough allows models to handle massive contexts with almost no loss in accuracy by preserving only essential attention contributions. This technology is expected to become a core component of AI infrastructure, making long-context inference affordable on consumer-grade hardware. 13. A Google product manager has open-sourced the Always-On Memory Agent, a framework that ditches vector databases in favor of SQLite for persistent AI memory. The agent structures multimodal data into memory records with metadata tags, allowing for more precise and cost-effective long-term recall. This approach reflects a growing industry trend toward agentic memory that prioritizes task-relevant history over simple semantic similarity. 14. Google released Workspace CLI, a unified command line tool that allows AI agents to directly interact with Gmail, Docs, and Sheets. By integrating the Model Context Protocol, MCP, agents can now perform administrative and creative tasks within a user's workspace under strict permission controls. This turns Google Workspace into an agent-ready platform, enabling automated workflows like meeting scheduling and document management without manual web browsing. 15. Google Research developed a Bayesian teaching framework to help LLMs reason more effectively under uncertainty. By mimicking a Bayesian assistant, models learn to update their beliefs based on the quality of new evidence rather than just predicting ground truth answers. This approach significantly improves the model's ability to handle complex decision-making tasks and generalize probabilistic logic across different domains. 16. The Allen Institute for AI, AI2, released Olmo Hybrid, a 7B parameter model that combines transformers with linear RNNs for superior scaling. This hybrid architecture replaces 75% of standard attention layers, resulting in nearly double the data efficiency of traditional models. Olmo Hybrid shows significant performance gains in long-context modeling and STEM-related reasoning tasks while remaining fully open source. 17. Modern warfare is being reshaped by the combination of black box, AI, and cheap, 3D, printed drones that lower the barrier for lethal conflict. Large language models like Claude are now being used for real-time target prioritization and battle simulation, often showing a preference for escalation in war games. Experts warn that these technologies outpace global regulations, creating a responsibility vacuum where human accountability for civilian casualties is increasingly diluted. 18. Military forces are now systematically hacking civilian security cameras to conduct reconnaissance and damage assessment in active war zones like Ukraine and Iran. These operations often exploit long unpatched vulnerabilities in common consumer hardware to gain high-resolution, street-level intelligence. This standard playbook of modern conflict blurs the lines between civilian and military infrastructure, posing a persistent threat to global privacy and safety. 19. Online harassment is entering a dangerous new phase as autonomous AI agents are used to plan and execute persistent, personalized attacks. These agents can independently scrape a target's history and generate highly sophisticated, rational-sounding narratives to manipulate public opinion. Current legal frameworks struggle to define responsibility for these actions, leaving victims vulnerable to automated defamation and psychological warfare. 20. The Pentagon's use of AI to surveil Americans has sparked controversy, specifically regarding the purchase of commercial data to bypass constitutional warrant requirements. While Anthropic refused military contracts over these concerns, OpenAI signed an agreement with specific clauses purportedly prohibiting the tracking of U.S. citizens. However, critics argue these contracts contain vague language that could still allow for broad, algorithmic monitoring under the guise of national security. 21. Security experts emphasize that while OpenClaw agents offer high productivity, they must be run in isolated environments with minimal permissions to prevent data disasters. Users are warned against granting agents access to sensitive primary accounts, as bugs or malicious skills can lead to high-speed data deletion. Establishing a human-in-the-loop for critical actions like sending emails or moving funds is essential for maintaining safety in an agentic ecosystem. 22. A global race is underway to replace GPS with AI-driven navigation because satellite signals are increasingly vulnerable to cheap electronic jamming. New technologies utilize AI models to fuse data from cameras and inertial sensors with high-definition maps to determine location without any external signals. This shift toward multi-source fusion aims to ensure that aviation, shipping, and autonomous systems remain operational even in GPS-denied environments. 23. Startup Simile secured $100 million to replace traditional market research with AI twins that simulate the behavior and attitudes of specific demographics. While these agentic twins allow companies to run thousands of virtual A/B tests in minutes, critics worry they may amplify biases found in training data. There are also deep ethical concerns regarding the potential for these models to be used in political manipulation and the erosion of authentic human feedback. 24. Anthropic's Claude demonstrated superior code auditing skills by identifying hundreds of high-severity vulnerabilities in the Firefox browser. Unlike traditional security tools, Claude uses complex reasoning to find intricate exploit chains that have previously eluded human experts. While this empowers white hat defense, it also signals an era where AI-driven cyberattacks will become faster and more automated. 25. Shanda founder Chen Tianxiao is investing $2 billion into discovery AI, aiming to build intelligence that can surpass human capabilities. His vision combines neuroscience with AGI research to create models that can autonomously ask questions and establish causal world models. Despite facing hardware and regulatory challenges, Chen's massive bet represents a new wave of private capital seeking to define the next frontier of artificial consciousness.